Welcome to another episode from our Growth Tips series, the only place to grow you and your business and live the life you want to live. In this episode, we look at how to build an advertising plan for your business. A great way to build momentum is by having lots of exposure. The easiest or the cheapest way to do that is by attacking your market from different angles. For example, don't rely on one type of advertising to get the job done. Deliver your core message through as many vehicles as you can. Over the next 12 months, you should look at having a number of promotions or campaigns in place and running in your business. That could be a referral promotion, advertising promotion, PR promotion, strategic partner promotion, or an email promotion. You'll continue to look for ways to increase your audience size, but if you've got these in place, it should be a very good foundation to build on. Run advertising that gets results. Most advertising doesn't work. The key lies in understanding what advertising really is, or at least what it should be. Advertising is really just a salesman in print form. If advertising is your salesperson in print form, what does your ad need to do to be an effective salesperson? So to get results in advertising, you must be laser focused on your ideal customer. You must create awareness for valuable content with a call to action. And you must measure leads and conversion like a fanatic. When done properly, advertising is an essential part of the marketing plan because it's the only medium you can control. Getting your message across on the day that a product launches, this is the only way to control it. Advertising allows you to target specific people to match a very personalized message to a very select audience, and you'll get a far greater connection. Advertising creates awareness for your content. The force that drives a great deal of conversion and trust building these days is educational content, ebooks, seminars, and blog posts. Advertising is a great way to get that content seen by your target. Advertising adds credibility to your message. And finally, advertising amplifies everything that you're doing. Always use it to create awareness for your content. Let's look at the two-step direct response advertising. A form of advertising that motivates readers or listeners to take a step or action that essentially signals that you've got permission to begin marketing to them. Essentially, this is what we might call the marketing dance. So the process starts. Advertising that offers the reader free or low-cost information or services. The sole intent is to generate a qualified response or action. It's not to make a sale. Offering a free how-to report, a tip sheet, industry insider scoop, or valuable piece of information helps you start that trust building process. So step one, run the advert, offering the reader a full free report, a sample, or something of high perceived value. If you've watched the other videos, you should have created a product ready to use for this stage. Step 2, send the report. Then market to them like crazy. You now have a lead that's ready to receive your full marketing pack. This is really effective because it lets you make a very compelling offer to your suspects in simple terms with no risk on their part. The typical two-step advert asks readers to visit your website or call your phone number and exchange some basic contact information in return for a piece of information or whatever your product is. So what should you offer in the ads? You might offer a free educational report, or really anything the audience perceive to be high value information. To develop or identify a good information product, think in terms of topics that will help your readers avoid the pain of paying too much, of wasting their time, losing something they value, or encountering frustrating situations. Here's some examples. The secrets of hiring a roofing contractor without getting burned. The legal tax cuts your accountant may not even know about. How to buy everything at 50% off retail. 10 things you must know before leasing a car. Each of these titles have some drama attached to them. Your report title and subject need to get the prospect's attention and grab it quickly. This can be an 8 to 12 page document. Some might call it a white paper, which can be printed, mailed, or hosted online as a PDF document. You can also use teleseminars, audio CDs, workshops, a recorded phone message, or a series of emails. So let's look at the elements to an effective two-step ad. First of all, you should write your ad as if talking directly one-to-one with them. Your ad should lead readers through a series of steps toward a logical conclusion, that they must contact you to receive the free content. The purpose of an ad is to convey a message and make an offer. The most effective ads focus on grabbing the attention and offering them a host of benefits. Inspiring them to do something, but just one thing. Here's a little ad formula. You should include the following 5 elements in each ad that you create. First of all, a headline. Then the benefits. Third, any proof. Fourth, an offer. And lastly, a call to action. Small ads, you might not be able to. So do the ones that will make the greatest impact. Remember, the objective of the advert is to motivate them to click to your main content. So the headline. This is an audition for your ad. Someone flicks through a magazine, it should make them stop and read your ad in 1 or 2 seconds. Spend more time writing headlines for your ads than any other element. The best headlines contain some aspect of the offer. As an example, you might say, free report reveals legal tax cuts that most accountants don't even know about. Then there's benefits. Sell your report, the action you want the reader to take, by pointing out the benefit of reading the report. Don't talk about what's in the report, explain what problem the report solves. What readers will get or have once they know this content. The proof. Tell readers about someone who made a brilliant discovery or avoided a terrible mistake because of the information you're about to share. Testimonial quotes from happy customers are a good way to do this. An offer. What offer are you going to make them? Your ad must give a reason to act. For example, providing a free class, a free test drive, etc. And then the call to action. Tell them what to do now. Make it easy. Make it easy for them to take that next step. Offer several ways for them to take advantage of your offer. Give them the option to visit a web page or call a free phone number. There's little value in having your logo dominate your ad space. Remember, you're just driving them to your content. If they've never come across you before, your logo will mean absolutely nothing to them at this point. Secondly, you should always state the dollar value of your free product. People don't take any notice of anything they don't perceive as being valuable. So what forms of advertising make the most sense for your business? Look at all advertising from a return on investment or ROI point of view. In other words, look at every type of advertising, then for every pound or dollar you invest in that, how much does it return in either leads, customers, or preferably in money? These principles come into play when analysing your best ROI or return on investment. First of all, target your ads. Does the advertising deliver to a very high number of your target market? Advertising is generally priced based on readership, viewers, subscribers, or market share. Second, test your ads. Test your ads on a small scale to determine the effectiveness of the ad, as well as the chosen advertising medium. The idea is to find what works, then test ideas of ways to beat it. Advertising is a repetition game. This is why you must consistently work to get an ad that predictably converts. Third, track your ads. Effectively testing and evaluating the ROI of your ads, you need a system to track where every lead comes from and what it does. You can do this by using a combination of software, but also giving each piece of advertising a unique identification code. You can then easily track that code and measure its performance against other types of advertising and marketing. The minimum level of tracking you should do in the business is to ask leads where they saw your ad. Creating a small business advertising plan. To get started, you should contact the TV stations, the radio stations, newspapers, magazines, and other media outlets that you feel serve your target market. Ask them to send you their media kit. An advertiser's media kit consists of a description of the medium, the demographics of the readers or listeners, editorial calendars, and advertising rates, which is also sometimes called a rate card. You could start by creating a spreadsheet to log all these forms of advertising. The medium, contact information, distribution, the number of subscribers, the cost of an ad, the calculation or cost of ad per 1,000 listeners, readers, or viewers. This last number is known in the media world as cost per 1,000 or CPM. Most advertising is sold on a cost per 1,000 or CPM basis. It's very important to understand the CPM of an ad when evaluating one against the other. For example, a low-cost ad that doesn't reach anyone compared to a high-cost ad that reaches everyone. Let's look at some typical small business advertising opportunities. Network television. This is national network adverts. Very expensive and becoming less effective. Cable TV. This gives you the ability to target market niches or demographics with specialty programming such as property shows, cookery shows, car shows, etc. Then there's radio. It's a narrow demographic set of listeners. Repetition in your message. Listeners tend to be loyal to the same station and part of the day. Now sometimes when an advert comes on, some people might click to the next station. The way to get around this is to spread your radio budget across each of the local stations. That way your message will be consistently heard across all stations. Radio is a good tool for promotion or a sale announcement. Public radio does not have the same commercial clutter of a typical radio station. and offers a strong demographic of upper management, well-educated, higher income listeners. There's no ads, just sponsorship mentions. Next, we've got local newspapers. Good choice for many retail businesses, but not very effective for others, as it's not targeted. Weekly newspapers can be good for your target audience. There's some alternative newspapers which feature entertainment listings as well. Business newspapers, these are good for targeting if it's aimed towards your target audience. Magazines are the riskiest choice for small businesses. Ads are produced perhaps 90 days in advance. It gives high impact exposure for some industries. It's only really a consideration to run magazine adverts after you've got a proven, tested ad that works. Yellow pages. Unfortunately, the print form of Yellow Pages is slowly declining. This presents an opportunity though. With the less companies advertising, you can stand out much easier. You should consider though how many of your target audience are looking in there when they need your service. A key point to remember though, when someone is looking in the Yellow Pages, they are motivated to buy straight away. Obviously, you're still surrounded by your competition in a Yellow Pages advert. So the only real way to stand out is to create a great advert, including all the elements we've talked about, and do it in a size larger than anyone else on the page. If it's possible, include color as well. Outdoor advertising. Billboards. This presents limited appeal for small businesses. If you're doing this, you absolutely must include other forms of advertising too. Good if your business is location based, a roadside cafe or motel for example. Also good for announcing a new product or enhancing a trade show. Then there's direct mail. This is the best and most effective form of targeting, but weigh up how much goes straight in the bin, especially if it's not properly targeted. Telemarketing is most ineffective as a lead generation tool, unless you're selling double glazing, but most of the time, people just won't answer your call. And then there's internet. It's easy to target through pay-per-click advertising, sold based on the number of clicks or on the impressions. You choose your search terms, bid on them, and wait for the leads to come through. Include in this any social media ads, such as Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn ads. And community. Your local community might have its own local advertising initiative to help the community. If that's your audience, it will probably be a good route to reach them. Other forms that you can include might be vehicle signage, printed bags, recycling bins, food delivery boxes, takeaway coffee cups, or even printed clothing. Strategic partnerships. This isn't really an advertising medium, but it's a route to your customers. Who serve your target market already? Is there a way to set up a joint marketing campaign with them? So here's 5 steps to consider when looking at Facebook advertising as part of your plan. Number 1, target. Target them by geography, age, gender, education, relationship status, workplace, and keywords. Number 2, attract and engage. Where do you want them to go? Your web page or perhaps another page on Facebook. Number 3, budget. Similar to Google AdWords, you bid for keywords. Number 4, test. Always test your advertising. You should have multiple ads all pointing to the same outcome, but by testing each one, you can see which is most chosen. You could try different images, different headlines, and different calls to action, or a combination of them all. And number 5, analyze. Start tracking and tweaking. Use the tool to analyze actions taken by your audience. Are they stopping after they click through? What can you do to improve that next stage of the process? Again, retest. And here's the action steps for this learning session. Contact every media outlet in your market and request a media kit. Look to your customers and their problems to create one or more hot topic information products to offer the market. And lastly, ask your current customers what publications they read to help determine where you should consider placing your advertising. That's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've got some value from this. You can download the workbook by clicking the link below. If you think others would get some value from it, please invite them to join the various social media groups and pages. And that's it. Until the next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.